So our first project here is going to be a pig feeder, and I just built a pig watering system, which is simply one of these 55-gallon drums with some watering nipples drilled, about yay high at the 15-gallon mark. So for the pig feeding system, there's a number of different options out there that people have done. I am blessed to be able to get these plastic 55-gallon drums from my shop and pretty much an unlimited supply of them. And they have clean things in them that are safe for animals, but I still choose to clean them out pretty thoroughly before I use them for anything. So some of the systems that I've seen are people will build a little stand, or they'll build a little triangle inside the barrel. I've seen people mount them to pallets, which is the route I'm gonna go. I've seen people build free stands, and I'm looking for something that's gonna be pretty durable, and the only wearable component in this is gonna be a pallet, which is also something that I get an unlimited supply of. Now, one thing I wanna note about building on a pallet is that not all pallets are created equal. So this pallet actually has been sitting outside all winter. It was doomed to be burned, but we actually are going to convert it into a stand because this is a pretty good quality one. As you can see, actual real wood for the running boards here, and some of them are just like particle board or whatever, and this is a pretty solid piece. So I think it will be well for pigs, which I have heard are pretty destructive. So it's also going to be a replaceable part, and what I'm basically gonna do is cut some openings on either side of this barrel. I'm going to screw the barrel down. I'm gonna put a triangle inside the barrel there, and I am going to cut an opening here where I can pour the feed in. Okay, y'all, I'm building the little insert that's gonna go in the bottom of the barrel and actually push the food to either side. I have yet to cut the openings, but that is gonna sit down there like yay. A little wet down there still. And then it will push the opening to either side. So this barrel already has a hole in it because I was using it for a chicken and duck waterer, but then I came up with a different system to put a spigot in that didn't leak. So I'm salvaging this barrel for the pig feeder purposes. And what I did here, and actually what I'll do is I'll end up screwing this down as well to the barrel after I mount the barrel to the pallet, just so it doesn't move. If it was a tiny bit bigger, I probably would have not needed to do that because it wouldn't tweak, but you can see that it does turn. It could rotate all the way around. So because of that, because I was using scrap lumber, I built a little hutch thing here, and I just did a 45 on each side so that it would lay flat, and hopefully that's a steep enough angle to shoot the food out. And then I use these little Spax screws that are about an inch long, and they work really well for not splitting lumber. And then I also take the extra step of just putting a bead of wood glue at the joins, and really that makes it so, you know, the screws are just holding it together until the glue dries. So I'm a little stingy with screws to some effect, but I love wood glue. And because I had to measure this out like this on a piece of, an extra piece of OSB, the piece that I had was a little too short. So you can see I had to cut my triangle a little short there, and I already put one side on, but basically I have an A side and a B side that I measured out, and I just simply quick labeled them so that you can see where each side fits together, because, you know, the triangle's not perfect on each side. This is not a work of art here. So basically I'll just have this little box, and this is to prevent feed from going inside, which, you know, maybe gets mildewy or whatever, but mostly I just don't want to waste any feed. So, okay, so we'll get this put together, and then we'll get it put in the barrel, and I'll show you guys the end result. Okay guys, we're getting close here. So I'm cutting the openings for the feed, and nothing too scientific here about the size of the opening. Basically what I did is I set the triangle piece on the top here, and I just went to the same width. you know, essentially the food won't be spilling out the sides. It'll be just pushing it directly out the hole. And then since we're gonna go lengthwise on the pallet, I'll build a little catch basin on either side of the pallet. But essentially I do have a little lip here that I might end up cutting more flush with the bottom, and but we might see how it works first, and I can modify it a little if I have to. And also I just used a circular saw here, so I've battery powered DeWalt, use their products almost exclusively. And yeah, it cuts through it like butter. Do be careful though, I did end up laying the barrel on the side and holding it against the pallet and then cutting, you know, towards the pallet so that it wasn't rolling on me. And of course, just like cutting anything, it can catch and kick back on you if you're not careful. So wear appropriate safety gear. And once I put the barrel onto the pallet here, what I'll do is I'll just drill, take my little 1/4-inch drill bit here, and I'm gonna drill through, and then I'm gonna use stainless steel bolts with the impact wrench, because I'm not gonna be in there wrenching by hand when I don't have to. And I'm just gonna go right through in 4 different spots on the bottom of the barrel here in order to hold it down, since pigs are pretty strong. And I'll put washers on the underside as well, and with lock nuts. So it will be able to be taken apart if I ever need to, you know, replace the pallet piece, you know, but it's not gonna be hopefully anytime soon. And yeah, all right, let's get this done. Okay guys, once my video editing skills get a little better, or I guess exist at all, maybe I'll start doing some montage clips of some of this stuff. But for now, I'm just gonna explain to you what I did. So I took those stainless steel bolts and washers that I was telling you about, and took my impact wrench here, put that guy on there, took my 7/16 wrench, and basically pretty straightforward. Once I drilled those 1/4-inch holes, which will be under my triangle piece, I shoved the bolt and washers through all 4, perfect fit. And then essentially I just tipped this guy up on end, hand started the lock washer on there, sorry about the focus issue, and held my wrench on the inside on there, and then I tightened it from the bottom with the impact wrench. So that worked really well. Pretty happy with that. And this is really solid. Yeah, I don't know, maybe a pig could knock this off someday if the wood starts rotting out, but not anytime soon. So what I'm gonna do now is gonna put my triangle piece in, like yay. See, it covers my bolts nicely. You know, we'll get some feed on the side, but it won't be much. Hopefully that pushes it out far enough for them. I guess worst case scenario, I have to build a taller, steeper pitch triangle, but we'll see. And then essentially I'm gonna cut some wood that kind of matches the curve of the barrel. I'll probably put a little piece here and then go out along, and I'll screw from underneath the pallet up into some wood, I guess, to make a little, you know, feeding trough area there for them. And I could probably just, you know, bevel it and match the curve of the barrel, come straight out. But we have 6 pigs, and, you know, you're probably talking 3 to 4 inches here on each side of wasted space. So, you know, in an effort to get, you know, probably 2 to 3 feeding per side, you know, we're gonna go all the way out to the edge there on both sides. So theoretically that should feed all 6 of our pigs, but you know, we will certainly see what the end result is, and I'll probably leave you guys to it. This is some pretty basic stuff here. I'll show you the end result, but you know, if you can't figure out how to use a miter saw and screw some pieces of wood down, you should probably start with some other videos. So thanks. Okay guys, here we have the end result. So my triangle is inside the barrel. As you saw earlier, I was able to fit 7 50-gallon bags of food in there, 18% protein. We'll see how that goes with these guys. They're about 50 pounds now. And then you can see, as I said earlier, I built the little catch basin here, and it works great to spit it out to each side. So that 45-degree triangle at 10 inches was just the perfect size. So I just used deck screws screwed up underneath here, put one in each side, and yeah, this is nice and solid. So these guys are really happy right now. We can use their extra food pan for water right now until I put my 55-gallon watering bucket out with nipples, which is going to go outside in their stall through that door there. But for now, this will probably last them hopefully a couple weeks. And in another video, I will show you the outside pen when we get the setup. I'll probably put a lid on this and some sort of rubber flap or something on those. I've seen guys do wood or rubber, but since I got the curve of the barrel here, I'll probably do a rubber flap, and that will help it last longer and protect the wood as well. And then we'll put a cover on the barrel. All right, thanks for watching.